I thought it was interesting. Axios had a piece talking to unnamed sources who are Democrats saying that they want to pretty much just keep ramping it up and double down on that card. Here's a little bit of what they found out about this anti-Trump, anti-ICE resistance in Axios. Democrats telling people to get shot for this. Here's the quote. The grassroots wants more. Some of them have suggested what we really need to do is be willing to get shot when visiting ICE facilities or federal agencies, a third House Democrat told Axios. Unbelievable. Here was White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt yesterday responding to that.
It's hard to believe anyone with morals in this country or decency would say such a thing. Obviously, the White House condemns that rhetoric, and we condemn violence of any kind. This administration is simply trying to enforce our laws, and we must be a nation of law and order. You cannot simply waltz across our border and live here illegally and expect to stay. We are going to enforce our nation's laws, and the men and women who are doing that are doing so in a respectful way. They are doing so within the confines of the law, and they are just trying to do their jobs. And we condemn any violence or any calls for violence of any kind against any American.
You know, when the press secretary speaks, it is so clear and concise and in such stark contrast to those Democratic legislators who are responsible for much of the legislation that is being enforced, that with such mealy-mouthed and upticked rhetoric, advocate for violence. And they use this hyperbolic speech that has zero place in our society right now, likening ICE to fascism, likening the president to Hitler, and worse. And they also are, I'll say they aren't even subtle about it. I mean, they are calling actively to dox ICE agents. They are cheering that app that will obstruct justice and render vulnerable the ICE agents even more. How far will they go? I mean, you read it just then. They want to get shot because they are only about performative stunts for their elite petri dish that is so insular, and they have no idea what real Americans go through, which is their loved ones are out there. Their loved ones are ICE agents. ICE agents are part of the community. They are part of the fabric of American existence, and we support and respect and cherish them. And this all-out assault on them, it has to stop before it gets worse.
And, of course, the crimes that the ICE agents are trying to prevent by removing criminal aliens from our midst are happening in the neighborhoods where those people live.
Yes. Yes.
They're the ones that are paying the brunt of this.
You put a really important point, though, on something, Emily, and that is the human aspect. Can you imagine being the spouse of an ICE officer or Border Patrol agent, or the daughter or the son, knowing that this is what they're walking out in? The attack in Alvarado, Texas, 10 individuals have now been charged with attempted murder of a federal officer because 20 to 30 rounds from an AK-47 or assault rifle of some sort was fired at officers unprovoked. They had bulletproof vests, they had body armor, and you know, we're at a point now where there should be bipartisan calls to tone it down yet